The countdown is on to polling day in Telangana. November 30th is the D-Day, and with weeks to go, the big leaders are now out on the streets campaigning in full swing. Today was also the big day where we saw all of the political big guns filing their nomination papers, considered to be an auspicious day. We know how, in fact, Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao is extremely, in fact, superstitious, believes in choosing the right time, and that's why at an auspicious time went ahead and filed his nomination papers from both the seats, from Gajwel as well as Kamareddy. K.T. Rama, his son, also filed his nomination papers from his stronghold of Siricilla. But there's one battle everyone's watching out for, and that is the fight for Kamareddy. Let's get you details first in this report on all that played out in the last 24 hours.
It is the onset of a mega political showdown in Telangana. Chief Minister and BRS Party President K. Chandrasekhar Rao filed his nomination from Gajwel on Thursday. This is the third straight time he is contesting from Gajwel, which is considered his stronghold. But this time he faces a tough fight as the BJP has fielded his former aide, Ettala Rajender. KCR will also be contesting from Kamareddy, where it is going to be a fight against Congress State Chief Revant Reddy. Son and Telangana Mantri KTR also filed nomination from Siricilla seat after doing a puja at home.
Siricilla Jilla Kendram chesi, ivala Siricilla lo oka medical college, oka engineering college, oka vyavasaya college, itla enno vidya samsthalu techi ikkada oka jilla kendraniki undalsina anni hangulu ఏర్పాటు చేసి ఈ రెండు తప్పకుండా నన్ను గెలిపిస్తాయని నిర్విరామంగా రాజీ లేకుండా సిరిసిల్ల ప్రయోజనాల కోసం సిరిసిల్ల ప్రజల కోసం 15 ఏళ్లుగా పనిచేసిన ఒక ప్రజాప్రతినిధిగా తప్పకుండా మీరందరూ మళ్ళీ తిరిగి ఆశీర్వదించాలి, ఆశీర్వదిస్తారు మనస్ఫూర్తిగా కోరుకుంటూ వేడుకుంటూ జై తెలంగాణ.
Congress Jubilee Hill candidate and former cricketer Mohammad Azharuddin held a bike rally before filing nomination.
My promise is that to develop the constituency which has not been developed for the last 10 years. And under the BRS government regime, no development has happened. So we need to develop the place. The place is called Jubilee Hill, but if you go to the place, if you go in the constituency, there is zero development. I want to develop the constituency as a whole and bring it up to the level which it was before.
Meanwhile, a clash was reported between BRS and Congress workers in Telangana's Rangareddy. Several workers, including women, were injured in the violence. At the India Today's Telangana roundtable on Wednesday, KTR took a jibe at Congress, branding Rahul Gandhi as Prime Minister Narendra Modi's biggest asset. Congress Chief Kharge had slammed Prime Minister Modi at the roundtable, calling ED and CBI BJP's star campaigners.
राहुल गांधी जब तक है वो सबसे बड़े कार्यकर्ता है मोदी के. मोदी जी के सबसे बड़ा अगर कोई एसेट है हिंदुस्तान में तो राहुल गांधी है. जब तक राहुल गांधी यहाँ पे है, मोदी जी, I think he'll continue to do whatever he's doing. The only forces who are holding off Modi and BJP in the country today are regional parties and strong regional leaders like KCR, like Kejriwal, like Mamta Didi, like Stalin. Where did Rahul Gandhi find the spine to face Modi?
कांग्रेस का एक कैंडिडेट और हमारे मोदी साहब के 4 कैंडिडेट.
Who are the four?
हाँ,
Who are the four?
एक तो मोदी खुद ही है, हमारे साथ लड़ते हैं, क्योंकि कहीं भी जाते, wherever he goes, look at me, मुझे देख के वोट दो, बोलते नहीं.
So that's one. Modi is one.
And their शाह,
Amit Shah is your second.
क्योंकि उसके पास ईडी है, ईडी is his weapon. So number 2, CBI उनके पास ही है. Then income tax उनके पास. ये 3 तो हो गए उनके स्टार प्रचारक.
Political temperature in Telangana is rising with big ticket nominations. Bureau Report, India Today.
And I want to bring in on this broadcast Apurva Jayachandran, who's joining us live from Siddipet. We also have with us our political analyst T.S. Sudhir to get us more really on what really these big battles mean and how it could perhaps play out. Apurva, to you first. Good evening. You were tracking the latest on Chief Minister KCR filing his nomination papers. Gujwal, his stronghold, but Kamareddy perhaps is a seat to watch out for.
Well, Akshita, it's going to be extremely interesting to see because, one side we have the BRS who are strong on their decision, that is 2 seats for Chief Minister there, KCR, be it Gujwal or be it Kamareddy. They're in fact quite confident that not only is he going to win from both these constituencies, but also win by a large margin. That's what is their, standing point. But on the other side, we're seeing strong contenders there being fielded from opposition parties, be it the Bharatiya Janata Party. We're seeing the former close aide of Chief Minister KCR, Itla Rajender, who is now set to be, the chief ministerial candidate for the BJP. He's going to be contesting against KCR in Gujwal. On the other side, you have TPCC chief Revanth Reddy there, who's also set to be Congress's chief ministerial candidate, the face of, CM for the Congress. If the Congress should win to power there, he's going to be contesting against KCR and Kamareddy. So
and let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Kamareddy fight. I want to focus on that because this is going to be a very, very interesting battle. And I'd like to bring in T.S. Sudhir on this broadcast. Sudhir, good evening. There was a lot of talk, a lot of questions about why KCR has chosen to contest from 2 seats and whether Kamareddy is a safe seat. Would you say that no, it's not? Why did KCR choose this despite several challenges now coming up in his battle for Kamareddy?
Well, KCR has always been a politician who has changed his constituencies. In fact, he has contested the Lok Sabha election from Medak, from Karimnagar and from Mehbubnagar in South Telangana in the past. Even in terms of the assembly constituencies, he used to contest from Siddipet and then he moved to Gujwal, and this time he has decided to contest from Kamareddy as well. Now, there are many reasons why he could be contesting from Kamareddy. Kamareddy is a constituency, of course, now it's a district on its own, but it's very close to Nizamabad, and that's where his daughter Kavita had lost the 2019 election. So this could be an attempt to influence the election in Nizamabad, though Kamareddy would be part of the Zahirabad Lok Sabha constituency. The other thing that is being spoken about is that it's quite possible that KCR may be looking at the Zahirabad Lok Sabha constituency to contest in 2024. In that sense, he may be preparing the ground for that. So, Kamareddy has been a safe seat for the BRS because the sitting MLA Gampa Govardhan, who has made way for KCR, has won this seat 5 times, 2 times as a TDP candidate and 3 times as a BRS candidate. So in that sense, it is considered a safe seat. However, the victory margin has been consistently coming down. It was only 5,000 odd votes last time in 2018, and that should be a reason for worry. Now that Revanth Reddy has entered the fray, this of course becomes the mother of all battles as far as this Telangana election on the 30th of November is concerned. Also, another major issue, Akshita, in Kamareddy is the Kamareddy master plan that was devised by the BRS government, and that had a lot of farmers up in arms because they felt that their lands would lose value as a result of this master plan, as a result of which now before the election, Rama, who is the municipal administration minister as well, has said that this master plan will be abolished, it will not be enforced. So they do realize that there are these kind of problems. The BJP candidate, Venkatramana Reddy, is again a very strong candidate in Kamareddy. So it's not going to be a cakewalk for KCR. However, if the anti-KCR vote kind of gets split between Revanth Reddy and Venkatramana Reddy, it would be advantage KCR. And of course, they would also want to show to people of Kamareddy that what happened in Gujwal, which is really the VIP constituency in Telangana, could happen to Kamareddy as well.
Considering what you're telling us, Sudhir, that it's not really a walk in the park, do you think that this is a badly thought out strategy for the BRS? It obviously won't augur well for them. If KCR loses Kamareddy, even if he wins Gujwal, they will be banking on him and need him essentially to win both those seats.
Well, Akshita, in the history of Andhra Pradesh politics and of course Telangana in the last 10 years, we haven't seen tall leaders taking on each other in their specific constituencies. We haven't seen a Mamata Banerjee versus a Suvendu Adhikari kind of a battle anywhere in Telangana or in Andhra Pradesh. So in that sense, both Gujwal and Kamareddy this time promise to be precisely that. And it is a David versus Goliath kind of a fight. But in case Itala Rajender is able to make it a fight against KCR, or if Revanth Reddy is going to make it extremely uncomfortable for KCR, it would actually matter for both of them, because it would really raise their political stature. KCR obviously feels that Gajwel is a safe seat. It is a seat where he has pampered the constituency, and there is no reason why the voters of Gajwel should not repay the debt. And also the Congress was pretty much finished in Gajwel, and probably he didn't expect someone like a Rajendra to come. Kamareddy, for the reasons that I mentioned, he does believe that he has enough to gain if he actually contests in Kamareddy, because it can influence 2 other districts in the neighborhood, and that could help the TRS in the northern part of Telangana.
So it's a strategy that they've thought of, not for short-term, but long-term gains as well. Very, very interesting perspective. Thank you very much, as always, Sudhir, for joining us here on India Today. Let's talk about the big political battles that you need to watch out for in Telangana. First, of course, is what we've been referring to right now, the fight for Kamareddy constituency, where you're going to be seeing KCR squaring off against firebrand Telangana Congress chief Revanth Reddy. But even in Gajwel, which is KCR's stronghold, which he's retained since 2014, there are questions right now about whether the Itala Rajendra factor could throw a spanner in the works for KCR. Itala Rajendra was a close aide of KCR, former finance minister. That's how close he was to KCR. Now, of course, with the BJP. Let's take that forward. Besides Kamareddy, we've also spoken about Gajwel right now. The next one to watch out for, the next big political battle also is, besides, of course, what you're seeing with KCR, there are other constituencies, and let's take this forward as well, on which are the other big showdowns that you need to watch out for in Siricilla constituency. It is a stronghold of KT Rama Rao. Against him is BJP's Rani Rudrama Reddy. She is someone who is a journalist turned into a politician. Not expected to really be a tough fight for KTR, but one that will be closely watched. Then, of course, there's the Goshamal constituency in Hyderabad. Suspended BJP leader T. Raja Singh was given a ticket. Controversial decision, but there's a reason for that. He's a performer. He goes off against Nandakishore Vyas, but doesn't look again like this is going to be a tough one for Raja Singh. Let's get you also the next constituency to watch out for, which is the Jubilee Hill seat. And this is because of the entry of Mohammad Azharuddin, who's fighting on a Congress ticket, but Azharuddin does face an uphill task because the BRS, Maganti, who's known to be a very strong leader, has been representing Jubilee Hills constituency for the last many years. So for Azharuddin, he's going to have to prove his worth. He's a star candidate yet, yes, but he'll have to also get in the votes. All right, let's get to, in fact, some of the big takeaways and the exclusive conversations that we had at the India Today Telangana Roundtable yesterday. That's been the big buzzword and the big talking point across poll-bound Telangana. Here's an excerpt of conversation with the Telangana Congress chief, Revanth Reddy, who, as I told you, is squaring off in the Kamareddy constituency against KCR.
Sir, Congress वाले जो यहाँ बैठे हैं, वो बोल रहे हैं कि हमारी जीत का केक कट रहा है. जो बीआरएस और बीजेपी वाले हैं वो बोल रहे हैं कि यहाँ पे जीत हुई नहीं. रेवंत रेड्डी is celebrating even before he is won. This is typical of the Congress. They celebrate before victory. Come, welcome.
ये कांग्रेस जीत से ज्यादा केसीआर हार के कम खाते, क्योंकि यहाँ के जनता तय कर दिए इस बार केसीआर को हराने के लिए, क्योंकि तेलंगाना में केसीआर परिवार वर्सेस पूरा तेलंगाना परिवार के चुनाव हो रहे.
Why is it so personal for you, this battle? I see you are one of the fiercest opponents of KCR in a state where everybody seems co-opted in some way or the other. Why is this so personal for you?
It is not personal. बहुत ज्यादा उम्मीद से बहुत ज्यादा 1200 लोग शहीद होकर हम तेलंगाना हासिल किए. हर दूसरे प्रदेश के जैसे उत्तर प्रदेश, मध्य प्रदेश या राजस्थान जैसे हमारा स्टेट नहीं बने. हमारा स्टेट बने 1200 लोग शहीद होकर हम हासिल किए.
So what do you think he's done wrong? Where did the Telangana vision that you had together not come together?
जो यहाँ के योद्धा के कुर्बानी जो है वो टेक इट ग्रांटेड पे ले लिए. ये समझ रहा है ये सक्सेस उनके परिवार के. अरे भाई, उनके परिवार ने किया बतकम्मा के लिए या बोनालू के लिए, या नहीं तो सकल जन सम्मेलन में एक भाषण दिए. इतना ही किए उनके परिवार ने. रास्ता रोको किए, बंद में पार्टिसिपेट किए, जान तोड़ी दिए. जान हम दिए, कैसा हम उठाए, जेल को हम गए, कुर्बानी हम दिए। हमारे कुर्बानियों के ऊपर इनका लाइफ इतना फ्लरिश हो गए। यू टेक हिज इलेक्शन एफिडेविट्स फ्रॉम 2004 टू 2014, 2014 टू 2024 कि 2004 में उनके एफिडेविट में उनके परिवार के कोई भी हो, व्हाट वाज द फाइनेंशियल स्टेटस,